when good payloads turn bad. You've got everything humming, your function is stable, the payloads look perfect, and new messages start rolling in from production systems. Until one day, the schema evolves. So this is a second schema where we have introduced another property called promo code to the order payload or the order class. And this object starts getting pumped into your service bus queue. The function doesn't crash your app, but it stops processing. Messages pile up, logs whisper about deserialization errors, and then silence. You have just met schema coupling. What is the problem? Your trigger and binding assume a fixed schema, which is order. A new field appears in production, and your deserialization says, I don't know what that is. Instead of binding directly to a fixed plain object class or a Pico or J object, validate and then map it manually. That's how you survive when producers evolve faster than consumers. Schema evolution isn't a breaking change, it's a resilience test, and your binding type decides whether you pass. So what you're seeing is a function exhibiting the schema binding problem. It's the same function from our previous example. So we have the service bus trigger, the orders queue is being monitored, and the connection string is specified over here, and the incoming order, which is the JSON payload, is being serialized into the order object, where the type of the order is order ID, customer name, total amount, and order date. So now, what is the problem? Your trigger and binding assume a fixed schema. A new field appears in your production payloads, and your deserializer says, I don't know what that is. Instead of binding directly to a fixed POCO, bind it to J object, validate, and then map manually. That's how you survive when producers evolve faster than consumers. Schema evolution isn't a breaking change. It's a resilience test, and your binding type decides whether you pass. In Azure Functions, binding flexibility is your insurance policy. Schema coupling isn't just a bug, it's a design debt waiting to surface. How do we fix this problem of schema coupling? We instruct the runtime to serialize it to a GeoObject, which is a generic object. We validate the presence of the new fields. Like for example, in this case, we validate the presence of promo code. And based on that, we convert the incoming JSON payload to the appropriate object. So here, the order class is broken down into two versions. One is order v1, which has the initial 4 properties: order ID, customer name, total amount, and order date. And there is an order 2 class which inherits from order v1, and that has the